everybody, Brianna here to bring you Commit to Be Fit Week 2 Workout 1, the start of Week 2. So now that you have 3 workouts under your belt, you kind of have a feel for how the workouts go or how they flow. So I have 3 circuits again for you today. The first circuit is going to be cardio, just like we started last week. Second circuit is going to be strength, and then the third is going to be a combo of cardio and strength for that AMRAP. So I'm going to take you through a warm-up before we get started, then we'll jump into the cardio. We do have some moves that are going to be using dumbbells. So if you have those or have kettlebells or some heavy objects, could be any heavy household object, go ahead and grab those. I do have a chair here because we do have, I think, really just for mountain climbers and some push-ups. So if last week, if you remember, we used an elevated surface if you don't want to get on the ground. Have that close by if you're going to use that as well. All right, so let's go ahead and warm up before we get into the workout. Let's go ahead and start with those butt kicks. Just bringing those heels up to your butt. If you want to slow it down, you can keep it here. I don't have music on here, so I highly encourage you to put on your most motivational playlist, whatever you like to listen to while you exercise, to make it a little bit more exciting and interesting. Let's go side to side, bending that knee, coming in that little squat. Chest stays up. Go ahead. Feet about shoulder width apart. Give me some of those light squats. Butt is back. If you remember our nice squat form from last week, weight is in your heels, chest is up. We're going to add alternating kicks to warm up those hamstrings. Squat, kick. Nice deep breaths. Let's go ahead and do some big shoulders. And think of what I'm going to do next. Big shoulders back. Go and take them forward. Nice wide feet, wide arms, bend at the hips. Stick your butt back, bend the hips to reach down. Nice flat back touch towards that opposite toe. Feeling nice and warm. Feeling like that heart is beating a little bit faster than when you turned on this recording. Good, that's what we want. All right, circuit 1, we have 3 moves. We are going to do it per time, so I will keep track of time. 30-second mountain climbers. We'll rest for about 15 seconds in between each move. So 30 seconds of mountain climbers, 30 seconds of Heinie Skips, and then 60 seconds of a zigzag shuffle. We'll be moving forward and back. I'll show you that. All right, so we are going to start with mountain climbers. If you remember, you can be on a chair or the ground, but these are mountain climbers. We're going to do mountain climbers for 30 seconds. Go ahead and get set up that plank. We're going to start mountain climbers in 3, 2, 1. So shoulders stay over that wrist. Your butt is not up in the air. It's nice in line with your shoulders. You can pick your speed. You can slow them down. You can speed them up. You're halfway there. Nice deep breaths. 10 more seconds. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. We're going to stand up. We have about 15 seconds, about 10 more seconds now. Heinie skip. So that looks a little like this. If you don't want to jump, you're going to do the same move, but keep those feet planted on the ground. Are you ready? Heinie skips. Maybe. 3, 2, 1. The app I use updated, and now I have no idea what I'm doing. You got a little bit of extra rest. Make sure you're reaching that arm up nice and high, really powering and pushing through that foot to get yourself nice and high up off the ground. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. 1, resting for 15. Zig Zag Shuffle. So we're going to skate forward for 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, back. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. So 4 skaters forward, 4, 3, 2, 1, which ends up being 8 knees back. So if you don't have a lot of room, you can do skaters in place and then knees in place. So you don't really even have to move. We are here for a minute. So I forget to mention that fun part. We have 30 seconds left. 20 seconds left. Now we are doing this circuit 3 times. So we have 2 more rounds of this. All fun things, right? 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds. We're going back to mountain climbers. I promise we'll have a break from the jumping. Mountain climbers start in 3, 2, 1. So remember, if you're on the ground or on your elevated surface, you pick your speed. But I want those shoulders to stay over your wrists. So if you're here, your shoulders are over your wrists here. You're not back. You're right over top of those wrists. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds to Heinie Skip. How are we feeling? Out of breath like me, I hope. 5 seconds to Heinie Skips. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So remember, you can jump up off the ground, or you can keep your feet on the ground, but you're reaching with that opposite hand. Big, big, big movements. Halfway there. Focus on your breathing. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds to go to that minute of zigzag skaters. 4 forward, 8 knees back. 5 seconds to start. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, if you don't have the space, give me 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, keep it going. We're about halfway. Twenty seconds left. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. One more round. We got this. Final round of cardio circuit. Starting with mountain climbers. Are you ready? Get ready for your mountain climbers. Come up in that plank. Start in 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds of mountain climbers. Take your speed, but keep nice form. Deep breaths. You are halfway there. Push through, keep moving. 10 more seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Standing up. Heinie Skips. We have a minute and a half of work in the circuit left. Heinie Skips in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 30 seconds here. We're getting that heart rate up in our cardio circuit. We'll tone it down and stop the jumping. Yeah, stop the jumping. I always hate when I tell you we're not going to jump and then I'm like, oh, hey, by the way, first move, we're jumping. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Final move of our final round. 4 zigzag skaters forward. 4 counts for 8 high knees back. 1 minute long in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Or we can do this in place. You could step. You don't have to jump. So you pick what works for you, but I want you to keep moving. We have 30 seconds left. Really long 30 seconds. Ooh, 15. We are almost there. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Grab a drink. All right, figured it out. I figured out how to restart my stopwatch. So our next circuit, we have intervals. We're gonna do 40 seconds on, 45 seconds on, we'll do 20 seconds off, just because we are up and down a lot. We should hear my beeps, so we can kind of hear when it's gonna happen here. So we do have dumbbells. We are using dumbbells. We'll be down on the ground for the first 2, and then we're going to stand up for the second 2. So we will be up and down. Yeah, I think we're using dumbbells for all of them. So go ahead and grab those dumbbells for your heavy objects. So we are going to start with dumbbell floor press. Let me show you here real quick before I hit the timer. So you're gonna come down on the ground, whatever you want to do with your feet. I like to bring my feet up. What I want, and the reason I like to bring my feet up is I do not want your back to arch. So I should not be able to have this space for my hand to fit in through here. So I am rotating my hips, kind of pulling my hips up, flattening my spine against the mat. You can do that with your legs straight. I always like just prefer to do it with my knees bent. So that is up to you, but you're keeping that pelvis, those hips, kind of tucked, rotated up so that back is nice and flat. You're going to grab your dumbbells. You are going to have those arms at your side. So it's a chest press, but we're doing it on the ground. So you're going to bring those arms down to the ground, back up. Elbows are right out from your shoulders. We're going to do that for 45 seconds. Are you ready? Start in 3, 2, 1. 45 seconds here. Nice deep breaths. Exhale on the way up. That was a 30-second beep. We have 30 seconds left. Make sure you're giving a big range of motion. So all the way here, all the way up together. Palms face towards your feet. That back is pressed into the mat. Nice deep breaths. Slow and controlled movements. Not worried about our speed. That's our 20 second. It used to be a 5-second countdown. That's why I wasn't sure. There is time. So next is Renegade Rows. We have 20 seconds to get there. So you're going to be on your dumbbells in that nice high plank. So feet are nice and wide. You're going to row those weights back to your chest for 45 seconds. 3, 2, 1. So I told you I want your feet nice and wide. That's because if they're narrow, you're going to be rotating, and I don't want to see that. If you want to, you can come down to your knees. As always, you are not on all fours doing them here. You are leaning those hips forward on those muscles on top of your knees, pulling that back. I know some people tell me this bothers their wrists. You can always be off of your dumbbells. Pick your dumbbells up as you go. But that nice plank. So not rounded, butts not up, butts not back. Keeping those shoulders over your wrists. You have 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Standing up. 45 seconds of overhead press. And I think we did these last week. So you're going to have those dumbbells, palms are facing forward from your shoulders all the way up. Really controlling that movement so that your shoulders and elbows are the only things moving. 3, 2, 1. So hands at your shoulders, exhale up, all the way back down. Again, slow and controlled movements. So I don't want it to be anything where you're kind of, you need to give yourself momentum. I want you to have that nice stable movement. So using your core to stabilize the rest of your body while the shoulders and those elbows press those weights overhead. 15 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Next move, we're going to do deadlifts and rows. So deadlifts we may have done last week. You're going to deadlift down. So stick your butt back, nice flat back. You're going to give me 2 rows, stand up, and repeat. And I'll talk a little bit more about deadlift as we go. But go ahead and get those feet hip width apart, weights are at your thighs. We're going to go ahead and start. You're going to shift that weight back to your heels, butt is back. Nice flat back. Go as far down as you can to keep that back flat. And then stand up, squeeze those hips forward. Butt back, flat back. Squeeze those shoulder blades together for 2. Squeeze those hips forward up to get those glutes. Nice deep breaths all the way through this. We have 15 seconds left. Make sure that back flat. What I don't want to see is rounding here. I don't want you to go so far that you start rounding, where you can keep that low back or that pull back nice and flat. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to do this one more round. So don't come down with that dumbbell press, floor press. This is again where I want you to keep those hips tucked. That back flat against the mat. 45 seconds here. Go ahead and start. Exhale up, lower them back down. Nice deep breaths. Again, those elbows are coming down to the ground straight out at a 90-degree angle from that torso. So nice 90 degrees at your armpits, nice 90 degrees at your elbows. And keep those hips rotated, keep that back flat on the ground. All right, next move, Renegade Rows. So again, we're gonna be in that nice plank. You can be on your knees or your toes. We are just alternating, pulling those arms back. All right, we're starting in 3, 2, 1. Come up in that plank. Again, you can be on your knees or your toes, but keep nice plank form. Don't worry about speed. I want you to think about, as you move that hands up, try to keep those hips nice and square to the ground. So there's gonna be a little bit of movement, and that's okay. But you want to limit that. You want your hips to be as still as possible. All right. Nice deep breaths. 20 seconds left. Ten more seconds. 2, 1. Shake those shoulders out. We have 2 more moves. We're going to do overhead press and our row and deadlift to finish our strength. And then we have 1 more circuit that has a little bit of cardio, a little bit of strength. Overhead presses, so get those shoulders, hands and weights at your shoulders, palms face forward, 45 seconds. Again, use that core to keep everything nice and stable. We are not worried about speed. You're worried about form, keeping your body still, getting that full range of motion. So from your shoulders, up above, weights touch, and repeat. Focus on those deep breaths. Make sure you're not holding your breath. We have 20 seconds left. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh, those are my shoulders out. Those are the mountain climbers. Good thing we still have push-ups left, right? Doesn't that feel really great to your tired shoulders? Last move, deadlifts 2 rows. So again, set those feet up underneath your hips. Nice soft knee, which just means they're not locked. They're nice and soft. They have a little bit of a bend. So go ahead, stick that foot back, weight to your heels, flat back down. 2 rows. Stand up, squeeze that butt forward, squeeze your cheeks. Nice flat back. 30 more seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. All right, so that is it for circuit 2. We are going to go to our final circuit, third and final circuit. Has a little bit of strength. I wouldn't say specific called out cardio, just like we did at the beginning. Not quite that intense, but it is going to get our heart rates up a little bit more. So grab a drink. Towel off. So we have as many rounds as possible. I'm going to take you through 2 rounds. I will put it up on the screen for anybody who wants to go through more rounds, if you have more time. But for time's sake, I'll take you through 2. So we have push-ups. It says max rep push-ups. So as many push-ups as you feel comfortable, you can get the nice form in. I'm going to challenge you to shoot for at least 10 to 12 push-ups. If you remember, you can do push-ups on the wall. You can do them with your hands on a table. I recommend something wider than this chair, that way you can have nice wide arms on the ground, on the toes, or on the ground on your knees. So at least 10 to 12, shoot for 10 to 12, but as many as you can get push-ups. Then we're going to do 15 Superman pulses, which we did, I think, workout 2 last week. So you're going to raise your chest and legs, and you're going to pulse for 10 to 15 pulses here. So you should feel that low back, your glutes, your hamstrings. Then you're going to turn over. Give me 10 to 15 each leg. Scissor kicks. So you can keep those shoulder blades up and clap. If you don't want those shoulder blades up, you can just give me the kicks. But because this is as many rounds as possible, let me go ahead and put the workout up on the screen here. That way you can go through it at your own pace here. So we are on, just let me scroll, circuit 3 here. So max rep push-ups, Superman, scissors. So at your own speed, let's go through this 2 times. Push-ups however you want. I'm going to challenge you to shoot for 10, but give me as many as you can with nice form. Make sure you're breathing. You don't do push-ups, lower down your stomach, long arms, long legs. I'm going to raise the chest, raise your knees, do those Superman pulses for 10 to 15. Pulse just means you are not coming all the way out of the Superman. And turn over those scissor kicks. You can have your shoulder blades up for a little bit more core engagement, or just your legs. We're going to do 10 to 15 each side. And when you're done with that, you're going to turn back over for push-ups. To do one more round of this at least. Like I said, I will keep this up, so if you want to do more rounds, go ahead and pause it and get through as many as you can. Keep that nice form. Down push-ups and Superman pulses. That's your Superman pulses. Turn over for those scissors. Scissor kicks. Final move of our final round. Deep breaths. When you're done, take a deep breath. So like I said, I'm going to take you through a cool down. If you want to do a couple more of this circuit, if you have more rounds in you, go ahead and pause right now. And then when you're done, hit play and cool down with us. So I'm going to start sharing. Go ahead and grab a drink. We did it. Finish the first workout of this week, of week 2. So just like the warm up, we're getting those heart rates up and ready for activity. Cool down, we want to stretch, slowly bring that heart rate back down, closer to where we started. That way your body can return to normal, to a resting state. I always like to keep my feet moving. Deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. Let's go ahead and just kind of let your shoulders swing them back and forth. Go ahead and grab those hands. Shoulders stay down and relax. Pull them back. Feel that stretch across your shoulders, across your chest. We work those shoulders hard today with our presses overhead and on the floor. And pull that arm across with our chest presses or push-ups. We really want to stretch those shoulders today. Switch arms. Grab above your elbow, keep that shoulder down and relaxed. Once you go ahead and just reach those arms up above you, lace your fingers together, and just reach your body. Really think about lengthening yourself to your ceiling. And then on an exhale, I want you to dive down, reach towards those toes. Nice straight legs, and just let everything hang. Head, neck, shoulders, everything's just hanging to the ground and relaxing. Go roll up nice and slow. Do some shoulder rolls. Should be seeing that heart rate fall if you're using a heart rate monitor of any kind. Should watch that number creep back down. Nice wide feet. So let's go ahead, sink into a squat, hands on the inside of your thigh or at your knee, and you're just dropping that shoulder towards your opposite knee. You really stretch that back. We worked our back with our Renegade Rows, with our bent over rows, deadlifts, and switch sides. Important to stretch the muscle groups that we use today. So come to the middle, straighten those legs, again, hang to the middle. Roll up nice and slow. Give yourself a pat on the back. You did a workout today. Awesome job. I hope you're feeling better than when you started. And I can't wait to see you for the rest of this week. And hopefully we get to see some of you guys in person soon. Have a great day.